What is up, guys? How are you guys doing? Let's go ahead and read the Bible, because the Bible is the most important book in the entire world. Because the Bible is the most important book there is. We cannot survive without the Bible. We really can't even survive without the Bible. And so I see a lot of people that literally think that they have everything that they need, everything that they want without the Bible. Even me, thinking that I had everything that I wanted. Thinking that I had everything that I could ask for. Thinking that I had everything that I could ask for without the Bible. And then guess what happened? Guess what happened? Guess what happened? I lost everything because I didn't have the Word of God in me. I did not have the Word of God in me to be able to do what I needed to do. And that is spread the Word. Spread the Word of God. I lost everything because I didn't have the Word of God in me. I did not have the Word of God in I wanted. Do what I needed to do. And that is spread the Word. Spread the Word of God. Alright. So, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright. So, let's get into it. Alright, so tonight we are reading from the book of Proverbs, one of the most practical and powerful books in the entire book of the Bible. Now let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT how we can use ChatGPT to help us understand the Bible more. Because that's what we're going to be using, That's what we're going to be using AI for, to be able to help us understand. So let's go ahead and do that. So, let's see, we ended in the book of Proverbs. All right, we ended up in verse 15 in the book of Proverbs. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. So now we're in Proverbs chapter 1, and we're going to go to chapter 1, verse 16. All right, so let's see. Day 1 started Proverbs chapter 1 to 1:15. Day 2 1:15 onward to, let's go ahead and just continue. All right, so okay, so Hey, ChatGPT. Okay, so let's see. Hey, chat, how are you doing? I'm going to be sharing the word of God, in this live stream on YouTube. We are going to be reading Proverbs. Proverbs We're going to read Proverbs chapter 1, verse 15. We're reading from Proverbs chapter 1, verse 15, all the way until we hit chapter 2 in Proverbs. So I need you to explain with rich detail what this section of the Bible means. What is the author of the Bible trying to tell us in this part of the book? What hidden details does the author try to explain to us? And what is the true meaning of this section? Can you create a good teaching session based on this section that we are reading, please? All right, so let's go ahead and start. Okay, so let's get ready to rumble. Wait up, guys, I do need to get something to drink real quickly. All right, let's get into it. I got some snacks. I managed to get some snackage. All right. Okay, so this is a strong passage to teach on. The book of Proverbs is very direct in this section, and it sets a clear contrast between two voices in life. The life of wisdom, which is what this book of Proverbs wants you to follow. This book of Proverbs talks about wisdom as if it was a woman. So it talks about her in the sense like it says, Lady Wisdom is trying to teach you, or Lady Wisdom will try to kiss you on the forehead, or follow Lady Wisdom so that you can have a good life. So it refers to wisdom as if it was a lady or a woman. So in this book, it's basically telling you, hey, you should follow the words of Lady Wisdom. You should follow the voice that Lady Wisdom yells out at night during the streets, because she's trying to lead you to a good life. She's trying to teach you good things. So don't ignore Lady Wisdom. So in this section, in Proverbs, it's talking about what your life would be like if you were to not follow Lady Wisdom. Let's say, for whatever reason, you were to just completely ignore Lady Wisdom. You're like, you know what? I can figure it out. I can live my life by myself. I don't need Lady Wisdom helping me out for anything. All right? So let's say you don't need Lady Wisdom. Let's say you're like, I'm good. I'm okay. I think I'm pretty smart. I think I'm smart enough to live my life on my own. All right. So you got Lady Wisdom on one end. So you got Lady Wisdom on one end. And then you got God, or you got temptation on the other end. So, all right. So it really builds a clear contrast right here between two voices in life, wisdom and versus temptation. So this is going to give you the clear contrast. Are you going to live life with wisdom, or are you going to live life following the world? You know? And this is good right here. The book of Proverbs really, really helps you out a lot. If you're a dumb kid like I was a dumb kid, then this book is going to help you out. So right now, we're in chapter 1, verse 15. 1-5. Chapter 1, verse 15. Yesterday, we were in chapter 1, and we got all the way to verse 15. So now we're going to start off chapter 1, verse 15, and we're going to stop at chapter 2. All right, so let's go ahead and read the opening context. What is happening here in chapter 1, 15? In this section, we are still in the opening message of Proverbs, written by King Solomon. This book is building a foundation. Before I teach you wisdom, I must first show you what will destroy wisdom. So he's basically telling us, before I give you all this good wisdom, I'm going to tell you what destroys wisdom most of all. Okay? So, in Proverbs chapter 115 onward is not random warnings. It is not random warnings. It is a spiritual contrast lesson. On one side, wisdom is calling out in the streets, and on the other side, sin is calling out in secret influence. So it's basically calling out like secretly, like telling you, hey, let's go rob some people. Hey, let's go beat up some old people and get their money. And we're going to build up great loot. This is what happens in the real world. In the rap world, you have rappers telling you, oh, you got to get money. You got to get paper. I just rolled up in a Ferrari. That's basically the devil telling you like, hey, don't you want to look cool like us? Don't you want to look really cool and, follow us? Don't do that. Don't fall into that. That's the devil basically tempting you. All right, let's go ahead and continue. All right. It is describing peer pressure and group influences. The sinners say, so in chapter 1, you'll hear them say, come with us. Let's ambush somebody. Let's gain money quickly by robbing people. Let's hide our wrongdoing. But here is the key spiritual principle. Evil always tries to look like opportunity. So evil is always going to look like a brand new opportunity for you. And so it's going to, evil, the devil is always going to tempt you with an opportunity. It's always going to be like, hey, come over here and you're going to get rich. But it never says that it's going to destroy your life. It never says that if you take this, you might end up in jail. If you rob these old people, you might end up killing one and spend the rest of your life in jail. Or worse, you could even get the death sentence, which is horrible. That's a horrible way to go. Imagine getting the death sentence. That must suck. Okay, it starts with, let's make some quick money, or let's have fun, or nobody will know. In the end, everybody's gonna know. Okay, they lie in wait for blood. This is deeper than physical violence. It represents exploitation, greed, harming others for personal gain, a mindset that values profit over people. And who values profit over people? Corporations, greed, those type of people. So you don't want to be like that. Honestly, to be honest, I feel like this world has so many people. I mean, you cannot turn on the TV or watch a YouTube video without somebody, a rapper, some young kid telling you how much better they have their life because they got money. Yes, money is such a good thing to have. Money is such a good tool to have. But let me tell you that you, the person behind this screen right here, you are not, your value is not based on what you have. Trust me, bro. Trust me, sis. Your value that you have, whoever's watching this, is not based on what you have. It's not based on how much money you have. It's not based on what's in your bank account. It's not based on if you're driving a brand new car. No, God sees you and he sees the whole world in front of him. He sees you and he sees everything in the world. Okay? So in the book of Proverbs, this book of Proverbs, remember the Bible has 66 books. They're all written by different people in different times. So it's like in this book right here, King Solomon is saying, hey, you know what? You should take wisdom from your mother, from your father. Really try to understand that living a good life by God is the best way to live. All right, let's continue. Right up. El Julio. Garnacho. Oh, snap. All right. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and continue. Says that if you take this, you might end up in jail. If you rob these old people, you might end up killing one and spend the rest of your life in jail. Or worse, you could even get the death sentence, which is horrible. That's a horrible way to go. Imagine getting the death sentence. Let's go ahead and continue. All right. Now let's go ahead and read Proverbs. All right. So Proverbs chapter 1, 15 to where? 15 to 33. All right. Oh, friend, don't give them a second look. Don't listen to them for a minute. They're racing to a very bad end and hurrying to ruin everything that they lay hands on. Nobody robs a bank with everybody watching. Yet that is what these people are doing. They're doing themselves in. When you grab all you can get, that's what's happening. The more you get, the less you are. Lady Wisdom. Lady Wisdom goes out in the streets and shouts. At the town center, she makes her speech. In the middle of the traffic, she takes her stand. At the busiest corner, she calls out, simpletons, how long will you wallow in ignorance? Cynics, how long will you feed your cynicism? Idiots, how long will you refuse to learn? About face, I can revise your life. Look, I'm ready to pour out my spirit onto you, and I'm ready to tell you all that I know. As it is, I've called, but you've turned a deaf ear. I've reached out to you, but you've ignored me. Since you laugh at my counsel and make a joke of my advice, how can I take you seriously? I'll turn the tables and joke about your troubles. What if the roof falls in and your whole life goes into pieces? What if catastrophe strikes and there's nothing to show you your life but rubble and ashes? You'll need me then. You'll call for me, but don't expect an answer. No matter how hard you look, you won't find me. Because you hated knowledge and had nothing to do with the fear of God. Because you wouldn't take my advice and brushed it aside, all my other offers train you. Well, you've made your bed, now lie in it. You wanted your own way, now how do you like it? Don't you see what happens, you simpletons, you idiots? Carelessness kills. Complacency is murder. First pay attention to me, then you can relax. Now you can take it easy. You're in good hands. So let's take a look and understand what that means. What does it mean? What does it mean to you guys? What does it mean? Whenever you're doing that, what does it mean? Well, I think that it means, let's see. Okay, so it represents that exploitation, greed, harming others for personal gain, and the mindset values profit over gain. So they're basically saying, hey, let's go ahead and get some profit over the money. We don't care. That's basically what they're saying. That's honestly what they're trying to say. Sin always has a boomerang effect. It always has a boomerang effect. Trust me. The sin that you do will not go unpunished. It always has a boomerang effect. Whether it's you being addicted to what you're doing, whether it's you losing your job to your addiction, whether it's you losing family members to your addiction, whether it's you losing opportunities due to your addiction, Whether it's you losing this because you robbed somebody, whether it's you losing trust from people because they don't see you the same way anymore. It has a lot of ways of what's it called, of coming back to you. Lots of ways, guys. Lots of ways. Trust me. Losing opportunities due to your addiction, whether it's you losing the... All right. Wisdom says, how long will you reject me? So God is calling and asking, how long are you going to reject me for, huh? How long is it going to be till you man up and you start paying attention to what I'm saying and you buckle up, huh? I called you and you refused. Spiritual meaning, this shows a pattern. God warns us, the people ignore, the consequences come, and people finally call for help. That's basically what it's saying. But verse 28 gives us a serious moment. Then they will call on me, but I will not answer. They will call on me, but I will not answer. That's what it says. They'll call on me, but I will not answer. They will call on me, but I will not answer. That's what it says.